Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here as normal. Hopefully, you guys all had a pretty good day yesterday, Tuesday for MLB. Yeah, kind of like what I said. What could have happened? Degrom, if you guys played GPP, hopefully you guys did not play Degrom because he completely sucked. Yeah. Anyway, as normal, I played cash games here for MLB, so of course I had him. The only good thing, I guess, he was like 70 to 80% owned, so everyone else had him. So, but yeah, I mean, scores were terrible yesterday in 50-50s. Cash line was like 78 to 80. Some of them were a little higher. So, yeah, it was pretty low. Like I said, some of them also were 85 to 90. So, it wasn't the highest scoring day yesterday because everyone had DeGrom. If you guys did go GPP, I did tell you guys to go stack some Milwaukee Brewers. Hopefully you guys did that. Mustakas, Yasmani Grandal, some of those guys did pretty good. So hopefully you guys had a couple of them. So anyway, for DraftKings, we did not cash yesterday. Like I said, DeGrom just screwed us, had -2 points, so that really hurt. And we had Mike Minor as our other pitcher. He had 17 or so points. Should have had the W, but Rangers blew it in the bottom of the ninth and screwed us out of some extra points there for the W. So it kind of sucks there. But like I said, DraftKings finally with the W. It wasn't nothing too pretty. Like I said, this is only 50-50. We didn't win. It was $1, so I don't really care. But $177, nothing crazy. It's just one of those days. But anyway, like I said, a W is a W. I'll take it. It was an ugly win, but like I said, money is money. So anyway, today is a Wednesday, which is sign-up day. Would love to have you guys come join us. As you guys been seeing, almost every single day, DraftKings has been winning four out of 5 days so far this week. So we are cooking over there, and Fanduel finally, got a nice close W last night. So we'd love to have you guys come join us. Like I said, today is sign-up day, as I mentioned, and if you sign up today, you will automatically get in today. So today and Thursday are the 2 days to sign up. So sign up, check out our Twitter in the comment section, message us, tell us what sport you want, what website you want, and we'll get you all set up. Like I said, just message us on there. We'd love to have you come join us. Like I said, we're doing pretty good. And, if you guys want to do double-ups, 50-50s, make some, some money, nothing too crazy, just to have some bankroll, definitely come join us. We'd love to have you. Only $10, so you're really not losing too much, even if you just try it out for the week. So that is it for that. Anyway, we have a 9-game slate here for Wednesday. Usually not the biggest slates for MLB, but definitely not going to complain about it here. So, yeah, like I said, I forgot to put it up, but some of the games to look at. Once again, Baltimore and Oakland. We have a 9.5 total on that one. Angels and Brewers, that one's always interesting. We got the red-hot Seattle Mariners taking on a call-up in Fillmore. So they hopefully should get to him a little bit. I think the wind's blowing out. Like I said, it's early in the morning, but it should be blowing out. And then we have a 9 total, Washington and Philadelphia. Both those teams are really good teams, and both pitchers are really not too crazy good. We got Texas and Diamondbacks once again. So definitely got a couple good ones to look at. So I'm going to show you some of my projections, and then obviously I'm going to show you some of their projections over here that they're liking. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't agree with, and like I said, we'll definitely get into it. So first off, like I said, as normal, if the ones are just left blank, I'm just leaving it for now. I'm going to wait on a little bit more words on it. Like I said, this is just a rough draft as normal. I did drop DeGrom down to, I think, 53 at the end of it all. So he dropped quite a bit. So like I said, these are not my final projections. They do change throughout the day. Anyway, we got Noah Syndergaard at a 44. You can look at him. We saw what they did against DeGrom. Like I said, they scored a ton of runs, so maybe they come out a little flat here against Syndergaard. He struggled, though, in his first 2 games. Maybe put him in there. I mean, it's Syndergaard. Not as good as DeGrom, obviously, but still, who knows? He might rebound here. We got Robbie Ray against Texas. Up to you guys if you want to go that way. Texas, they can hit a little bit. They got quite a bit of lefties, though. They got Nomar Mazara, Joey Gallo, I think Delano just Shields is a lefty. I'm not sure. But they got a couple lefties in that lineup. And Ray can strike out quite a bit, which Texas does do, but they can also score runs, and Ray gives up home runs. So one of those ones where hopefully he gets more strikeouts than runs. He's going to give up 2 or 3, maybe even 4, but if he gets you 8 or 9 strikeouts in 6 or so innings, he's still going to get you 30, maybe around 30 points. Moving on, we got Jake Flaherty taking on Dodgers. Dodgers got shut out yesterday, 4-0. You can maybe put in Flaherty, 4.7 ERA, 3.86. So you can put him in there. Dodgers have a very good offense, though. They did get shut out for the first time. So that's up to you guys if you want to go that way. We got Paxton against Houston. Doesn't do bad against Houston in his career. Played him a lot when he was with Seattle, but that's up to you guys. Nick Pivetta, I don't mind attacking him for Washington bats. Philly and Washington, that should be a good game to stack here. We got Yu Darvish against Pittsburgh. Yu Darvish is just complete trash. His career, to me, is done. Just definitely stack a couple Pittsburgh guys. Yu Darvish will walk at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 of them. That's just what he does. Definitely stack a couple Pittsburgh guys for sure. Jung Ho Kong, Jordan Bell, maybe Adam Frazier. Some of those guys are the main guys you can stack. And then we got Kaiuchi here taking on Kansas City, kind of a sinker ball lefty. And also, obviously, fastball around 93 to 94 miles an hour. He's been struggling a little bit early, but nothing too bad. Like I said, if you want to go Kansas City stack, you can look at Mondesi as normal. Go look at Whit Merrifield. He's been hot. I think 30-game hitting streak going back to last year, tying George Brett for Kansas City record. So he's obviously on fire. Next, we got Pena against Milwaukee. Like I said, same thing as last night. If you're not paying up for a pitcher, definitely go stack a couple Milwaukee bats for sure. Colin McHugh on this website actually has a pretty high rating, but you know how I am against the Yankees. We've got Fillmore, I think it's Fillmore, here taking on Seattle. Just left it there, probably around 15 to 20 in this one for him. Kenta Maeda, GPP only. You could put him in there. He might get you 24, 25. Doesn't strike out a ton. Frankie Montez could be a GPP play. I think he had a half-decent outing last time out. Not 100% sure, but I thought I saw a couple people have him. And he is favored in this one, so you could always look at Frankie Montez here in this one if you want to. Last time out wasn't too bad for him. 5 inning, gave up 2 runs, 5 strikeouts against a pretty good Houston team. And before that, 6 innings, only 1 earned run and 6 strikeouts against LA. 11 strikeouts in 2 games. Who knows? Maybe put him in there. That's kind of my GPP only guy right there if you want to. Baltimore can hit a little bit. We've seen it. But also, they're Baltimore, so you can stack against them. We got Dan Straley taking on Oakland. This could go either way here. Oakland hitters have a career batting average over 300 against them in their careers. Only 36 plate appearances, so not too many combined appearances, but still you can look at them. Oakland guys for sure. I think they'll be popular. They're not too crazy expensive. Plus, Dan Straley pitched 1 inning against the Yankees the other day, just got rocked. His ERA is at 33.75, so he just got destroyed. He's really not a bad pitcher, but like I said, he's struggling. He's with Baltimore. Baltimore obviously is a good place to hit. He was in Miami the last couple of years, pitcher ballpark. Now he's in a hitter's ballpark, so that might change on him a little bit. Lance Lynn, I don't know if I can really trust him. Don't mind maybe a couple bats against him. Go Marte, Adam Jones, a couple of those guys, David Peralta. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. So we'll go over here. And maybe some of these guys, Kenta Maeda, they don't mind him a little bit. Syndergaard, he's going to be up there just because he's Syndergaard. Like I said, they got McHugh up there. That's up to you guys. If you're playing early, obviously Trevor Bauer against Detroit. I mentioned Robbie Ray, I think GPP for me only. And you can look at Brandon Woodruff. He is probably favored in this one. I really don't mind him. Like I said, they're probably going to be without Mike Trout for a couple days. He got injured last night with a groin strain or something like that. or a hammy. So that's a huge threat right there. So I don't mind maybe going with Brandon Woodruff if you want to go that way. I got him a little low, but I think he could easily get you 25, 30 points at only $7,300. The only thing, though, first 2 games, not pitching a lot of innings, but strikeouts aren't too shabby. So, if you get you 5 innings, he's automatically qualified for the win. So, maybe, put him in there if you guys need to. Like I said, GPP, I think, for me, and then stack up on some bats since you'll have some extra money left over. Briefly, we'll just go through some of these positions here. We got Hoskins, Rizzo, Encarnacion. I think out of all those guys, Hoskins for sure I like. He sucked last night, but I think he can rebound. There's Josh Bell a little bit lower if you want to go that way. Jake Odorizzi's pitching. Peter Alonso crushed last night, so maybe put him in there. A couple Oakland guys, they're all going to be relatively high up here. You got Kendrys Morales. He's only $2,400, and I got him. I left him at 11. I think he can get you anywhere from 9 to 11 in this one switch hitter. Second base, we have Whit Merrifield, as I mentioned. I like him. Maybe Altuve against Mr. Paxton there. Adam Frazier, as I mentioned earlier, against Yu Darvish. Maybe a couple more New York guys against Jake Odorizzi. And then we got a couple Milwaukee, as I mentioned, and then some Washington guys as well. Third base, moving on, we got Chapman, Bryant, Rendon, and Shaw a little bit maybe over there. That's probably mostly it for me. Maybe Colin Moran, really cheap. Not really cheap, but he's cheap and, in a half-decent spot, as I mentioned, against Yu Darvish. Moving on to shortstop, we got Baez against Lyles, which pitched a pretty good game. I think his first time against Cincinnati. But, Chicago can hit pretty well. Marcus Semien, half-decent matchup against Baltimore. There's Mondesi, Gene Segura, Corey Seager. He's only 3,100, so you can definitely look at him. Flaherty, not a bad pitcher, though, so I don't know how many Dodgers I really want. And moving to the outfield, Yelich for sure, one of the top plays of the day. Then we got, who else am I looking at? Definitely some Bryce Harper against Hellickson. Not an overpowering pitcher at all, so Harper could get to him. And then we got Santana and Haniger. Same old Mariners are always on the list. And then there's Oakland again, Grossman, Piscotty. So depending on if they're starting or not, and then you got Bruce and Smith. And Trey Mancini. Jay Bruce always seems like he goes 1 for 4, 1 for 5 with like 3 to 4 strikeouts, but he usually always gets a home run in there, so you could always look at him. So, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. So, like I said, Syndergaard if you're going cash, Brandon Woodruff, Frankie Montez if you're going GPP if you want to go that way. I like a couple of those guys. Stacks for sure, Pittsburgh against Chicago, that's relatively cheap. So you can still get a half-decent pitcher in there for you. More expensive stack, Milwaukee Brewers against the Angels with Pena. Maybe a couple Mariners against Fillmore, or if you want to go that way. And we also have Dan Straley, Oakland Athletics against Straley, which should be a popular stack. And then I think my favorite, honestly, a game stack is Washington Nationals and the Phillies. Hellickson taking on Nick Pivetta with a 6.52 ERA and Hellickson with a 9. So should be a pretty high-scoring game. Both of those offenses can hit. So that's probably my favorite game stack if you had the stack. So once again, not many good pitchers and some pretty good offenses. So, if we can avoid getting a crap pitcher, we're going to score 130, 140. We just haven't been able to the last couple days. Still cashing. Our hitters are just killing it. Our pitchers are just sucking. So if we get out of that, we'll definitely be fine. So as normal, like I said, it is sign-up day. Today is Wednesday. We'd love to have you guys come join us. Like I said, I've been showing you guys screenshots almost every single day of DraftKings cashing, and then obviously last night with some Fanduel. So $10 a week for Fanduel and $10 a week separately for DraftKings. To get in on it, check out our Twitter in the comment section. Message us. Tell us, hey, want to get in on premium, and we'll get you all signed up. You will have to have a Slack or create a Slack account to receive our lineups. It's really easy and easy to maneuver as well. So definitely check that out. So that is it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you guys here on Thursday.